all that way. I don't play. Oh my God, son. You know what I'm talking about?
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Where I belong, down an unknown road to embrace my faith. Though that road may wander, lead me to you, and 1,000 years would be worth the wait. It may take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through. I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Where I belong. To love beyond the glory is the hardest part. For a hero's strength is measured by his heart. His heart. Not by his heart. I will be beyond and maybe I can go the distance. I will face for the world and I'll be fearless, proud and strong. I will please my God. I can go the distance till I find my hero's welcome right. Find it right there where I belong. Where I
The play is August Osage County by Tracy Letts and is a truly stunning piece of modern American literature. Now, while I do not wish to compare myself to Tracy Letts, I do wish to model after him, as I can see the amazing significance of this quote as the beginning of a large body of reflective words. Life is very long. T.S. Eliot. Perhaps one of the simplest, most blanketing statements I've ever heard. And yet, at any stage in life, it has so many implications and so many ways to be realized. Of course, it is about perception. He, for instance, probably perceived life to be very long. But, to refer to a commencement speech made by a friend of mine this past summer, consider a fly. The fly's journey on this planet spans a mere day, throughout which the creature manages to develop, mate, reproduce, and briefly raise an offspring before it shuffles off this mortal coil. Those last few words were those of Shakespeare's Hamlet. I hope you see the pattern developing here. If a fly can accomplish such a task in one day, imagine how much is possible in 1 year, this year, or 4 years of high school, or even 17 or 18 years of growing up. We have accomplished a lot. And yet, in the consideration of the perspective of human life, what is 17 or 18 years in a lifetime of 70 or 80 or even 90 years? Look how far we still have to go. We have a lot to look forward to. But first, consider what we can look back on. By this point, we have created a large part of ourselves. We know what we believe in. We know what we like to do. Maybe it isn't what we want to do forever, but for now. We know what kind of company we enjoy. We know what people we can rely on. We all know where we stand. If we're being truthful, the drama of high school that we all know about only exists because we shut ourselves off. We only like to reveal certain parts of ourselves at certain times, mostly because we are afraid. But, just as it pertains to the length of one's life, perception is key. Messing up is nothing so long as nobody dies. Messing up merely leads us to weaving a more wangled tale. Yes, wangled tale. That last part was from playwright Edward Albee. And as a wise man, who happens to be standing right in front of me, once said, after this, we don't have to pretend we are someone we aren't. I would like to thank Mr. Haas for noticing this about so many of us. From this point on, we get to live up to our own expectations. We have no reason to hold anything back from ourselves or from anyone else. So take advantage of that. Be free. Be whoever you are. Do whatever you want to do, just as long as you don't hurt anybody. That was from the revived Broadway musical Hair, and how fitting that truly is. Look at the glorious sunset that's about to happen behind you. It is the perfect setting to our story. We are on the verge of vast opportunity. We are about to embark on the biggest journey we will ever take. We are about to truly begin life. So let's grab it. Let's treasure it for what it is. Seize every moment you can, good or bad, because it's what you have. Look back on the past, look where you are now, and look where you came from. But, most important, look to the future. And most importantly, if it makes you laugh, treasure it. That, as some of you may recognize, is from the play that we finished less than a month ago, my last play in high school, Alan Ayckbourn's comic Potential. Let me explain my purpose with these quotes. Plays have shaped my life so far. Each of these plays specifically has affected me in some way. They have made me think tremendously, and I have chosen the words from each one for a reason. All of the words apply to us. They apply to us in this life, right now. They could have just as easily been the words originally spoken by any one of us, and they truly apply to every one of us sitting right here, ready to be sent out into the world, to live long and prosper. I would like to conclude with one of the most valuable lessons I've ever been taught, which is, if nothing else, leave them with hope. H-O-P-E. The whole thing, you see, the whole thing revolves around hope. H-O-P-E. That message from the Laramie Project has stuck with me. So, I would like to leave you with hope. I hope that each of us finds true happiness in whatever way we want. But, to return to one of my favorite, and in my opinion truly most inspirational plays, Hamlet, above all, to thine own self be true.